Hey there, it's me, Carla Cecilia. It is July 18th, Wednesday. It is approximately 4:40ish, and I just got home from work, and I thought I would put up a video. And I did promise you guys a much lighter subject, so that's what I'm going to try and do today. It is a scorching hot day here in Omaha, and it is one of those days where you would just prefer to stay in and not go outside. And it is also what I'm planning to do tonight. More than that, I have work I need to get done anyway. So, in for the night, video first. I had seen several videos in the past from other girls, and they talked about when they realized that they had crossed over, I believe is the term that they used. And I had some experiences here recently that kind of gave me an aha moment of, oh my god, I think I've crossed over. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. And this experience is probably different for every girl that's transitioning, or every guy that's transitioning. So I'm going to just kind of give you my views and what happened to me. And you can do with it whatever you want. Maybe it'll ring true for you. So anyways, the last couple of weeks have been rather exciting. It's been one of those kind of times where everything seems to be going right. And I think that has contributed to my little aha moment. But more than that, I had a couple of unique, well, maybe not even unique, just a couple of experiences that made me think that this is it. This is my crossover, or I have crossed over. First experience is kind of a gross one, but at work, I'm very close with a lot of the female workers in my area. Have become more so since I transitioned. There have been several that have told me that they don't even remember him and don't even think about me as anything but female. But what really solidified that was last week, before her big accident, one of my coworkers found it easy to just talk to me about her monthly and the details that went along with it for her. So anyways, that just really kind of gave me the idea from that standpoint that they really do see me as nothing but female. So that was really exciting. Last week also, I think I mentioned this in my last video, I celebrated my 1-year anniversary, my 1-year birthday since the decision to transition. I don't know if I mentioned, but I had a little bit of a celebration with two of my closest, dearest friends, and we decided to meet up for lunch. So we're at the restaurant. We're sitting at our table. We decided to order a bottle of wine. Olive Garden, by the way, has the most fantastic Moscato. Thank you very much. And as we sat there, my one friend decided she was going to toast the occasion. So she did. And it was a really nice toast. And the best part was, that was it. That was the extent of us talking about my transition. the rest of the afternoon was spent talking about family, relationships, work, life in general. And it really just, for me, and I don't think that they even noticed, for me though, it was an amazing realization that they also see me as nothing but female. They don't think about transition with me anymore, which is just great because I really don't want anyone to really think about me as trans. And yes, I said it before, I wasn't going to use that term, but in this situation, it's kind of fitting. But I think the two things that happened that really brought my aha moment to a climax, so to speak, was one day I was coming into work and one of the people that is a contractor there at the hospital that I work at saw me walking up the walkway, and he decided he was going to wait for me and open the door for me. And I had to be at least 10 to 15 yards away. But he stood there and he waited for me and he opened the door. And then started talking to me, you know, all the niceties that you would say to somebody in the morning. Which was the first time that's ever happened for me. I've had people open the doors at shopping centers, at stores, those type of things. But I've never had somebody, wait for me to actually get to a door without any really good reason for them to do so, just to open the door for me. And along with that, there was a day, it was more recently, it was late last week as well, sorry, where I stopped at a gas station in the morning because I had a low tire. As I pulled in and got out of the car, went to get the air hose, a gentleman walked up to me, or walked towards the car, I should say, and asked if I needed some help. Not being helpless, of course, I turned him down. Maybe if he would have been cuter, I would have let him. Anyways, it was just another one of those moments. And it was, I think, that moment that really gave me the sense that nobody sees me as anything but female anymore. And it was such an exhilarating feeling. I just brought a big smile to my face. And I think that smile hasn't gone away. It has been an absolutely great week. It just seems like every piece of the puzzle that was missing is now in place. And it's just a wonderful time for me to be alive. And don't get me wrong, there's still some challenges, and I still need to figure out a way to deal with those challenges. But I'm convinced that it's not going to be a problem. I'm convinced that at this point, everything is going to be, it's going to be fine. It really is. So, that's kind of my week this week. Actually, the last couple of weeks have been that way. So that was my aha moment where I finally realized that I had crossed over and nobody sees me as anything but female now. I know I'm repeating myself, ain't I? Anyways, it's because it's a wonderful feeling. So if you're just starting your transition, hang in there. It's not about passing, I don't think. I think it's a lot more presentation. I don't believe that I pass 100%. I'm sure if somebody spent any time with me, they would know. But it's presentation. It's not just the way you dress, not the way you do makeup, not the way you walk. It's the complete package. So make sure that you're working on your presentation. Know how a female is supposed to look. And I think you'll get to your aha moment as well. So anyways, I've blathered on long enough. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And as always, leave comments. And I'll be back on soon. Thanks for listening. Love you all.